The world is full of people, a constant churning sea of faces passing us by in a blur of motion, noise, and light. Most of these people are like shadows. They pass through our lives without leaving a trace, drifting in and out of our awareness like autumn leaves on a fast-moving river. We enjoy their company, we learn from them, we share moments of laughter or sorrow, and then we move on. Our paths diverge, and the memory of them fades into the soft gray of our past. But then there is the one who doesn't just walk into your life, but crashes into it, rearranging the very atoms of your reality and tilting the axis of your world forever. You are here today because you felt it. You felt that strange, magnetic, and often terrifying pull toward another human being. A pull that defies every logical explanation, every bit of common sense, and every rule of romance you've ever been taught. You're asking yourself if this is just a crush, a temporary obsession, or if it is something much older, something written in the ink of the stars long before you took your very first breath on this earth. You are seeking the truth because your soul has already recognized something that your mind is still trying to grasp. To understand a twin flame, we must first set aside everything we know about traditional romance. This is not a typical love story. This is a soul merger. It is a journey of the highest, most celestial highs and the deepest, darkest shadows of the subconscious. It is a spiritual catalyst masquerading as a relationship. If you are listening to this, I want you to take a deep, grounding breath. Let the noise of the world outside fade into the background. Let the digital screens, the notifications, and the daily chores vanish for a moment. Let us sit together in the silence and explore the ancient, hidden language of the soul. The first sign, the recognition of home. The first sign of meeting your twin flame is a profound, unshakable sense of recognition that borders on the supernatural. When you met, there was no getting to know you phase in the traditional sense. It didn't feel like meeting a stranger. It felt like a remembering. It was as if you were picking up a conversation that had been interrupted centuries ago. Think back to that first encounter. Perhaps it was a look across a crowded room, a brief touch of hands, or just a shift in the energy of the air around you before a single word was spoken. You didn't feel the frantic, nervous anxiety of a new crush. Instead, you felt a deep, heavy, and resonant sense of peace. It is the feeling of coming home after 1,000 years of wandering in the dark. It is the relief of a weary traveler finally reaching their destination after a journey across many lifetimes. This person feels familiar in a way that defies the physics of time. You find yourself knowing the curve of their smile, the specific depth of their gaze, and the unique rhythm of their energy, as if you've lived 1,000 lives by their side. This is because, on a vibrational level, you are made of the same signature frequency. You are two halves of the same original consciousness, split long ago to experience the world from different perspectives. When you find them, the cosmic search ends. The void you didn't even know you had is suddenly filled with a light that feels ancient and eternal. The second sign, the divine mirror. The second sign is perhaps the most challenging and misunderstood aspect of this journey. The divine mirror. Many people search for a soulmate, someone who compliments them, someone who brings them flowers and keeps them warm on cold nights. But a twin flame is not just a partner. They are a mirror. Everything you have tried to hide from yourself, your fears, your insecurities, your repressed anger, and your deepest unhealed wounds, will be reflected back to you with startling clarity in the presence of your twin. This is not because they want to hurt you or judge you. In fact, it often happens completely unintentionally. It occurs because their energy is so pure and so identical to yours that it acts as a cosmic catalyst for your evolution. They trigger you not to cause pain, but to cause healing. If you find that this person brings up your deepest shadow work, forcing you to face the parts of yourself you've spent years burying under work, hobbies, or distractions, it is a definitive sign. They are forcing you to peel back the layers of the ego, the masks you wear for society, and the lies you tell yourself in the dark. They are calling you to finally become the person you were always meant to be. It is a beautiful, brutal, and holy process of transformation. You cannot stay the same and be with your twin flame. You must burn away the old self to be reborn into the truth of who you are. The third sign, the language of synchronicity. The third sign lives in the realm of synchronicity and the impossible. When you meet your twin flame, the universe starts to speak to you in a language of symbols, numbers, and glitches in reality. This is the universe's way of confirming the bond when your logical mind tries to doubt it. You might start seeing 1111 on every clock, every receipt, and every license plate. You might find that you wake up in the middle of the night with their name on your lips, only to find out they were dreaming of you at that exact moment. Distance does not exist for twin flames. You may be thousands of miles apart, separated by oceans or mountain ranges, yet you can feel their mood shifts in your own body as if they were standing right next to you. You may feel a sudden, unexplained wave of warmth and love for no reason, only to realize later that they were sending you a thought of deep affection. This is energetic entanglement at its most profound level. Your lives likely followed strange, parallel paths long before you ever met. Perhaps you both moved to the same city in the same year, or you both experienced a major life crisis at the exact same age. These are the breadcrumbs of the divine, proving your meeting was written in the stars. The fourth sign, the dance of the runner and the chaser. The fourth sign is the inevitable dance of the runner and the chaser. Because the energy of a twin flame connection is so incredibly intense, it often triggers a deep flight response in the ego. The ego thrives on control and safety, but the twin flame connection demands the death of the ego and total, raw vulnerability. One person, overwhelmed by the depth of the feelings, may get scared and run. They might deny the connection, hide behind logic, or try to find a simpler love. The other person stays, becoming the chaser, feeling the phantom limb of the missing soul. But here is the secret. You can never truly lose your twin flame. You are connected by an invisible golden thread that spans across dimensions. The separation is not a punishment. It is a classroom. It is the sacred space where you learn to love yourself so fiercely that you no longer need the other person to feel whole. And in that moment of total self-acceptance, the magnetic pull often brings the two halves back together. This phase teaches you that love is not about possession, but about resonance. The fifth sign, telepathic and energetic communication. As the connection matures, you will notice a fifth sign, the shift into telepathic communication. Words become secondary, and sometimes even a hindrance to the depth of what you share. You begin to communicate through the silent space between thoughts. You may find yourself answering a question they haven't even voiced yet, or knowing exactly why they are troubled before they have even processed the emotion themselves. This telepathy often extends into your dream state. Many twin flames report having shared dreams, vivid high-definition experiences where they meet in a middle ground while their bodies sleep. In these dreams, they may hold conversations, offer comfort, or resolve conflicts that their physical, ego-driven selves aren't yet ready to address. You aren't just sharing a life. You are sharing a headspace, a heart space, and a dream space. You start to realize that your thoughts are not always your own. Sometimes they are an echo of theirs. The sixth sign, the shared higher mission. The sixth sign is the realization of a shared mission or a higher purpose. A twin flame union is rarely just about the personal happiness of the two individuals involved. While soulmates focus on building a beautiful life together, twin flames are often brought together to serve the world in a specific way. You will find that when you are together, your creative and spiritual energy doesn't just double, it multiplies. You feel a persistent pull toward a common goal, whether it is healing others, creating art that moves the soul, or simply raising the vibration of the planet through your combined presence. The universe brings you together because your combined light is brighter than the sum of its parts. You become a power couple for the soul, fueled by a desire to leave the world better than you found it. This shared mission acts as the anchor that keeps you connected even when the waves of the mirror effect or the runner-chaser phase become turbulent. The seventh sign, unconditional acceptance. The seventh sign is the arrival of unconditional acceptance. After the fires of the mirror effect have burned away your ego, what remains is a love that is unlike anything else on earth. It is a love that sees the other person's flaws, their darkness, and their mistakes, and loves them not in spite of those things, but with them. You find that you cannot hold a grudge against them for long, because staying angry at them feels like being angry at your own hand or your own heart. There is a profound sense of forgiveness that flows naturally between you. You realize that their journey is your journey, and their healing is your healing. This acceptance isn't passive. It is an active, living force that provides a safe harbor for both of you to continue growing. You become each other's greatest teacher and most devoted student. The eighth sign. The feeling of home in the body. Finally, the eighth sign is a physical and energetic shift. Being in the presence of your twin flame, or even just focusing on their energy, creates a physical sensation of recalibration. Your nervous system settles. Your breath slows. You may feel a warmth in your chest or a tingling at the crown of your head. It is a biological confirmation of your spiritual truth. You realize that your life will never be the same again, and for the first time you are completely okay with that. This connection is a bridge to your higher self and a gateway to a higher level of consciousness. Your twin flame is not your other half because you are broken. You were never broken. They are your other half because you are a vast, infinite, and ancient soul experiencing itself in two separate bodies for the sake of divine play and evolution. As you move through your day, carry this peace with you. Let it settle into your heart like a warm, golden light. Trust the pull. Trust the mirrors. Trust the painful moments and the ecstatic ones. Most of all, trust the love that brought you here. You are not lost. You are not crazy. You are exactly where you are meant to be in the grand, intricate tapestry of the universe. Be gentle with your heart today. You are part of a rare and beautiful cosmic design that many will never experience in a single lifetime. Breathe in the love you feel for them, and then turn that love inward and shower it upon yourself. For when you truly love yourself, the twin flame is never truly far away. Sleep deeply. Walk in peace. You are home. You have always been home. Until we meet again in the quiet spaces between thoughts. Be kind to your soul.